Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing the really exciting video. I'm going to be swatching, first impressions, tutorial, demoing the new Conspiracy palette from Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. So you guys know I have done a lot of Jeffree Star Cosmetics palette tutorials or first impressions on my channel. I think his formula is beautiful. I think the packaging is beautiful. And I've been watching this series. I asked you guys a couple videos ago if you'd been watching it. It's been really interesting to watch. And honestly, I'm just a little bit surprised at what this looks like and just my thoughts, so we'll get into that. But huge congratulations to Shane and Jeffree for this. I think Jeffree honestly just has like an insane eye for makeup and packaging, and everything's just so well thought out. It's just different, and I think that's why he succeeds so much. And I really was a little bit surprised at how assertive Shane was. I was proud of him for when he saw the first kind of mock-ups of the palette. You could tell he wasn't into it, and I'm so glad that he spoke up and said like, no, I don't really like those. So I really respect that. I think there was a lot of thought put into this, little touches and things that really make this palette stand out. So before we get into it, if you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe and hit the bell down below so you're notified of all my uploads. I do upload twice a week, and this is a makeup channel. So new makeup, hauls, reviews, first impressions. I like indie makeup. I do not just use PR. I buy a lot myself. So if you like a well-rounded channel, I'm your girl. So subscribe, hit the bell, give me a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and begin. All right, so in terms of my ordering process, I'm gonna go quickly because I'm sure you've seen a million reviews by now. I did get mine on Beautylish. I did get the Conspiracy palette as well as the mini controversy. I probably am gonna do a tutorial on the mini probably later in the week or next week. If you do want that, let me know down below. I can do that. So I got mine from Beautylish. It took me 11 minutes of refreshing Beautylish, Morphe, and Jeffree's website, and I finally got through to Beautylish. Shout out to Beautylish for their customer service. Wow, I ordered this on Friday. It is Tuesday today, and it got to me. So really had to give kudos to them. Beautylish has amazing customer service. So this is what it looks like. It has a like spiral, you know, kind of conspiracy thing, and then it says in gold conspiracy. This is just the sleeve or the box, and then you do pull it out, if I can do this gracefully, which I probably can't. There we go. Ta-da! There's the palette. So here is the close-up of the palette. It really is reminiscent of kind of like the Blue Blood or the Blood Sugar palette, which I have both. And then you do open it up with these little clasps right here. So this palette is definitely bulky, but I think the packaging is just so unique that you kind of expect that. It's a special kind of feeling when you get palettes like these. They really are like trunks, just different from most of the eyeshadow palette packaging that you see on the market. So here is what the palette looks like inside. I have not swatched these. Let me give you a super close-up. How cool are just all of these little imprints? I thought that was just so unique to Shane. Just all of the pigs and all of the imprints, like the star, the root beer, the diet soda. I just love it. So I have to say, the color story looks a little bit all over the place for me. But I think when you do kind of cover up and you look row by row, the top row is pretty neutral. Then you go to the middle and it's kind of the pinky warm sunset colors. And then the bottom is your smoky cool tone shades. There's a couple shades kind of out of place that I kind of thought like, you know, it's a little bit all over the place, but you know, I love a palette that has a lot of different options. I can go ahead and just kind of create whatever I feel. I don't really like to be boxed in. So when I look at this, there are a few shades that I thought, okay, there's 3 light shades here. Maybe they could have omitted one. But overall, I mean, I just think it's so unique with all of these little, like, I'm just like dying over like the soda cans and the tea cup. I just think it's so cute. It just looks really unique, and I think that's kind of Jeffree's brand, and then also Shane's little twist on it. So you do get a big mirror in here. It's just typical Jeffree packaging if you've ever owned, like I said, the Blood Sugar or the Blue Blood. Just heavy, you know, like a coffin. It's like a coffin. So I don't really know what I'm going to do today. I don't really like to plan. I just like to go with whatever. So we're going to go ahead and get into some swatches quickly. I'm going to swatch by row, and then we're going to go ahead and get into trying it on, tutorial. We'll see how it blends and what I think. So I've zoomed you in, and I am going to actually start out with the shade Pigment. The names on here are just absolutely freaking sending me. So I'm gonna start out with this light peachy pink. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to start a halo eye here. I don't really like to plan things out. I just like to kind of roll with whatever I'm feeling. And I am drawn to pink, kind of sunset shades. This is pigmented. I expected nothing less. Like I said, I'm familiar with Jeffree's formula, and I've always had pretty good luck. So there is a kick up in the pan of this, but nothing that's really concerning to me. And if we have fallout, we'll just wipe it away. We're living on the edge today, people. I literally just got this palette. I know there's like a million reviews out already, but unfortunately here in Cowtown, we are not close to a Morphe store, so I just had to wait for it to arrive. So I'm just kind of setting that down for a base, a guide. I'm gonna go into the shade over here called Flaming Hot for Flaming Hot Cheetos. And I'm gonna use a different brush. I really wanna beef this up, kind of darken, and I'm gonna keep this a little bit lower. I kind of want to do one of those halo eyes that you don't blend really heavily in the middle. Typically I kind of do a base, but I'm feeling dangerous today, if you know what I'm saying. So I'm just going to kind of do something different. Why not? I don't like to be in a box. I don't like to do the same thing over and over. Just like to I like to live on the edge. So I've laid those down. I'm going in with a clean brush and I'm going to kind of just buff out the edges up here. And then again, back into Flaming Hot. I really want this to be flaming hot, if you know what I mean. I feel like I'm pretty sassy right now and I'm not sure the culprit of that, but I'm just gonna roll with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that again, blend. So I can blend a little bit up here, but I wanna kind of keep the middle blank. So to really make this intense, I'm gonna go into this dark shade. This looks gorgeous. It's called Not a Fact. This is gonna really intensify and deepen this kind of halo look. So I'm gonna keep it quite low. And then I can blend it up. So kind of laying it down and then we can blend. That's kind of how I like to do, especially deeper shades. So once we have that, I'm going back in and I'm going to blend this up. And when you blend, you kind of lose a little bit of the depth. So again, you're gonna have to kind of layer this. We'll do this 2 or 3 times to make sure that we have the intensity, but also the blend. So I wanna know down below if you picked this up, what do you guys think about this whole series? I mean, I'm not surprised that it was wildly successful with such a reach like Shane. I watched Shane a lot back in the day when he used to do like the food videos or like the videos with Trish. And I really, like I said, when I saw him kind of going through the process, you know, you could tell in the beginning he didn't know much about makeup, and then you could tell towards the end he was like, this is a good swatch, this is not. And it's just interesting to see him kind of learn about the makeup industry and just all these little touches with the imprints on the shadows. And I don't know, it's just interesting to see and how he was struggling with that, the concept of the palette packaging. You could tell he wasn't, you know, into it, and I really commended him for speaking up, because I'm sure it's intimidating to tell Jeffree, hey, you know, I don't like any of these, but definitely necessary to be honest about it, especially with 1 million units. You had a lot on the line here. So I'm gonna pull this up a little bit higher, this Not a Fact shade, just so we have a nice blend. So for the lid, I think I'm actually going to mix Diet Cola with Just a Theory. And I'm gonna just kind of apply this right to the center. So mostly Diet Cola, but I'm using a little bit of Just a Theory to tone it down. And I want to bring it up high. And then I even think I want to take a little bit of Ranch. I mean, that name just is life, because, I mean, Ranch is life. So I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of that and just kind of pop it right in the center. So I'm also gonna go into the black, which is called My Rides here. And I just wanna take literally the tiniest amount to really deepen this up. I'm like barely touching it because I don't wanna go too heavy-handed here. So I am going to quickly do a winged liner off camera, throw some lashes on, and then we're gonna finish up the lower lash line. So I went ahead and did a winged liner and applied Huda Beauty Jade lashes. I wanna start on the lower lash line. I'm gonna start off with the dark shade again called Not a Fact. And I am going to keep this really close to the lash line. And then I'm sticking with the same color but a different brush, just a more fluffy brush, to start really smoking this out. So to add some more color in, I'm gonna mix Flaming Hot and Cheese Dust. And I wanna smoke this pretty low, just to bring like a different element to the look. And then I might add some on the top too. Also taking a little bit of that Flaming Hot, and I'm going to just really lightly tap it, well not tap it, blend it up there just so it brings it back into the look. Felt like it was just looking a little bit too kind of like purple silver, so I want to add this kind of like warm twist to it. Also going to take some of this Marc Jacobs liner. So for the inner corner, I think I want to mix ranch and food videos together and see if I can get kind of like a shimmery neon color. So I might just put down food videos first. Just as a base. I feel like this, to really make this pop, you probably need to put it on like a white base. Now I'm gonna top that with ranch. Okay, so I feel like we're almost done. I applied some gloss, but I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I need to put a little bit of the yellow called Food Videos somewhere on the center of my lid to really kind of bring this out. So I'm gonna try to just apply a little bit of this. Kind of wish this shade was a shimmer. I just want a little bit of that kind of yellow tint. And then I can even take a little bit of that like cheese dust shade and just kind of blend it up here. I just want to tie in this warmth. Can even bring it in kind of up here. So we're pretty much going up to the brow bone here. So I feel like when we started, we were kind of in the, you know, the purple silver realm, and then I've kind of made it more like a sunset eye. Alright guys, so here is the finished makeup look using the Conspiracy palette from Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. I have to say everything performed beautifully as I expected. I am quite familiar with the formula and I feel like it's just like his Blood Sugar or Blue Blood. Very pigmented, blendable, and even though the color choices are a little bit, you know, sporadic, I feel like you can do, you know, a kind of variety of looks. As I said, I do want to do a tutorial with the shades right here on top that are just very neutral. I think that that would be really pretty because it's kind of leaning cool toned, and then you have kind of the sunset shades that I used today, but then you could also play around with kind of this like green gold and the silvers and do more of like a kind of grungy cool toned look. So overall, I think the packaging is super beautiful. It's just really unique and cool. I know a lot of people are kind of collecting this, but I wanted to see if it was actually functional, which I assumed it would be because again, I have used the Jeffree Star formula and it definitely is. You can definitely come up with some different looks. If you want another tutorial with this, let me know down below. I can definitely do that and play around and see what I can come up with, but overall, everything blended beautifully and I expected that it would. So let me know down below if you picked up this palette. Now I do have the mini palette. If you want to see a tutorial with that, again, let me know. Sound off in the the comments, as Jeffree says, and let me know your thoughts. If you picked this up, are you loving it? What do you think? Do you want to pick it up? It is sold out at the moment, but I'm sure they're going to restock, and for them to sell over 1 million units is mind blown. So it just shows you the reach that they have. So congratulations to Shane and Jeffree, and let me know down below what you guys think. Thank you again for watching. If you're new, I'd love for you to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.